So we were approached by a local business to make a Christmas advert, and we only had 1 day of filming. This is how we did it. If you've got 1 day to film everything, the most important part is pre-production. We started with a storyboard, which then evolved into a mood board, which then evolved into a previs video, which we used stock clips, stock images, just to get a sense of the pace of the video, what we need to film, how we need to film it, what kit we need to use. And that gives us a bare bones starter point. So from that, you can start to schedule your film day. It's very important that you put times assigned to your shot list so you know what time of day you're going to film what footage. What can we film before? What can we film after? There's a part of the video where it's very dark in the factory. We needed it to be dark outside, so we had to film that at night. And this gives you an idea of what order you need to film everything. So the next stage was dressing the set. And all we had was an empty warehouse and some crates. And our job was to make this look very Christmassy. So what props do we need? Who was going to get the props? We got a huge tree. How do we get the tree in? How do we get the tree out? We have to use a forklift for that. So lots of moving parts. And if you plan this correctly in your pre-production, it should be a breeze because you should allow time for all that to be in. So for this shoot, we need to be fast and maneuverable, which is difficult for me because I'm getting old. So we went with the Sony A7S III. Did I say that right, Phil?
A7S III, yeah.
Correct. A7S III, mounted on the RS3 Pro. And we went with a zoom lens because we're moving around a lot and we don't have a lot of time to swap lenses with different prime lenses. And the icing on the cake is this little fella, our Raven Eye. So this is responsible for streaming out a clean feed to an iPad. You don't want all your customers and all the crew huddled around this small monitor on this camera. So you've got a separate iPad, and that's great for the crew because we can all see what's going on. But it's also great if you want to get your customers involved because you want to reassure them as the day's going on. They're not sure what the shots you're getting, so using this is perfect for them. So cameras are all well and good, but you need lights because without lights, you ain't going to see. You can bleep that out, right, Phil?
Yeah.
Great. The way we started it off was 2 big panel lights just to flood the scene with light. That just gives us a nice base layer of light. So we had some RGB lights. This is just to sort of give a little bit of depth or just to brighten up an area that looks a bit dark in the background. And we also had some sort of Christmas lights that you would have in your house or like in just normal decorations. And that just made everything look a little bit more Christmassy. So one thing you could be doing straight away is practical lighting. What do I mean by practical lighting? It means you can use lights in the scene. So we used a couple of these to light up the front door. The front door wasn't looking great, it was a bit dark. So we put a couple of these. It actually started to look like just the light that lived there all along. Another example is that the cab was very dark when we were filming the forklift. Our handyman Phil popped one of these in the cab, and all of a sudden we can see the driver and nobody even notices, so it's perfect. And I think we use them for headlights as well, so very cool. So it isn't just about the cameras, it's about managing people. And they say never work with children and animals, and in this video we did both. Here's some things that you could be doing if you're in the situation where you have to direct people on a shoot. The first one I would say is just be very clear with your instructions. You might be working with actors who have seen a script or a storyboard, but you also might be working with people that have no idea what this video is about. They might not get it right the first time, but they will get there. The other tip that I would give if you're directing people is just keep calm and stay relaxed. And I know that seems a bit obvious, but I think people pick up on if you're stressing, and if you are stressing, they start stressing or worrying, especially your customer as well. And also, if you're in a corner where you're like, I don't know what to do here, always refer back to your storyboards, your mood board, your previous video, because those are the decisions that you made before you got on set. So that was an insight on what we do on our bigger shoots. If this has been useful for you, comment below. If you've got any questions, comment below. But if you want to see more of this content, make sure you subscribe and all that sort of stuff, the thumbs up, the notification bell, all that jazz, you know the stuff. And let us know if you want more. Thanks for watching, bye.